Hi guys, my name's Phil. Welcome to Airgun Marksman.
The sunshine, I'm time to know, yeah. Digging myself deep down into a hole, yeah. Searching for fortune, looking for answers, yeah. Oh, but
Hi guys, Phil at Airgun Marksman. God, I need a coffee today. Late night last night. So, this is the latest from SMK, Snowpeak, Artemis, whatever they decide that they want to be called this week. It's the AP900. So, I've not watched any other review videos on these at all. I've heard people talking about them online. You know, I've seen people, you know, you look at some threads online and people are saying how good they are. Some people are saying how bad they are. My opinion is it's a folding, regulated, quite a modular design really of PCP. So the best thing about it for me, the folding stock is a pick rail attachment. There's about 1,000 different stock designs already out there on the market with a pick attachment at the back. So you can buy one, put whatever you like on it. 1/2 inch UNF at the front, so you can put whatever silencer you want on it. Yes, I did say silencer. Plastic foregrip. You could quite happily pop it off, paint it a colour you like. Pistol grip. Regular AR-15, M4, whatever style pistol grip. So any of them will fit. So it's then getting into the realm of a customizable gun without having to take it apart, like internally. It's got a regulator in the tube, in the air cylinder, which you can turn up and down. So I've heard whisperings online of guys saying they've got a terrible shot count. They're not overly good out of the box. So a lot of guys are lightening the hammer. They're taking the transfer port out a little bit. They're then turning the reg down just to give it a little bit of a softer shot cycle. I've been shooting this all morning. And it's all right. It's actually all right. So if you go, if you've got a gun that's 1,500 quid's worth and you shoot it, it's very nice. You know, everything's crisp and clean and beautiful to use. This thing is more like a tool, you know. So biathlon cocking lever. It's not the lightest in the world, but it's not the most offensive. You can decock. Okay, the trigger, 2-stage trigger, not the nicest, a little heavy, but it works well. We pop the 1/2 inch UNF silencer. I'm going to change that, I think. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to change that. I'm going to put a Viroc XL on it. So you take the shrouded barrel, fully shrouded barrel, there's an air stripper inside it. So they're actually thinking quite a lot about what they're doing. And I hate to say it, I'm pretty impressed with it. It's not the nicest thing to shoot in the world. It's very, very light and it's pointable. It'll take some getting used to, but it'll be absolutely perfect to fold up, chuck in your rucksack and sling in the truck. Or to point around in buildings, you know, at rats. It's a cool little thing. So I'm trying to hold back a little bit without getting overly excited. So I realised today, after shooting it, doing a bunch of pellet testing, this one seems to like, it's in 177 by the way, so it seems to like the JSP heavies at 451. which is fine, pretty standard. And it seems to group all right. So what I've done is all I've been doing is cleaning the barrel, shooting it, cleaning the barrel, shooting it, pellet test, you know, different ones. And it's grouping fine. So I've been waiting for the wind to calm down a little bit outside so that we can give it a proper test. I've obviously put the DNT Zulus on top of it, and I know what a lot of good people are going to say. You know, it's a 300 quid gun, it's a bargain gun. You've then got to put a 600 quid scope on it. Yes, I have. Why? Because I fucking can. So we have the ballistic polymer, plastic, folding stock. It's actually a good quality item, nice and tough. I'll quite happily use that. You can point it with it. It's, you know, so don't be put off by plastic. We then get to a pistol grip. It is your generic universal AR-15 M4 type grip. So, I mean, look at that. I've got bare hands. So I'm going to change it to one with a larger palm swell for me. Fully adjustable trigger, which is actually pretty crisp. What I have done, I've noticed that some of the adjustment screws have been slowly working their way out a little bit. So I've put a dab of Loctite onto them and just wound them back in, set the trigger up. But it's a nice two-stage item. First stage, nice and crisp. Second, crisp break, brilliant. Safety catch. It's a little bit a la M4, AR-15. Feels natural, feels good quality, solid. Polymer, plastic, handguard at the front. Fine, is what it is. It's not overly flexible. Even if it was, it wouldn't cause an issue. It's just for banging on stuff. The air tube looks quite well finished, which is surprising for a Snowpeak SMK Artemis item. The main block, the paint is terrible. It's rough as feck. But hey ho, it's 300 quid. Little feature I do like, dust cover. Spring loaded. It's cool, isn't it? So, in the box, you get a couple of mags, you get a fill probe, you get a little seal kit, you get a single shot tray. Everything you need to start, really. So far, I'm quite impressed with it. Like I say, I've zeroed it and found out what pellets it likes this morning. So hopefully now we'll go onto the range and we'll have a little plink about. What I'm not going to do is what we would normally do with the dearer guns, pardon me, is do 30, 40, 50, 60. You know, I'm not going to do that with this. This is a what you would say is like a rat and pigeon in shed kind of gun. It's a 25, 30 meter gun. We'll push it, you know, we'll push it out there, but I'll see what it does. But I'm not expecting massive things, and I wouldn't really use it for that. So anyway, let's get on the range. We'll give it a go, see what happens. But so far, quite impressed. Right, I'm going to load up a couple of mags. They are, I believe, they're 12 shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 shot. And I'm actually really impressed with these mags. I'll show you. So, I'll just come behind you. Oi, oi. So, can you see the little lever here? Watch how that locks in place. So, it's a solid design. I like it. Much better, much better than anything from Air Arms, BSA. Not Viroc though, they've got good ones. So, fill in the mags, pop a pellet in, click, pop a pellet in, click, and so on and so on. So I was shooting it earlier at 30, as I normally would. I treat all PCPs the same. So on the range, we've got plenty of steels out from 10 meters. We've got 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, all the way to 75 on this little range. This is our little range. We're down here because the wind is less aggressive. So yeah, we're not punching paper. We're chipping paint off. We're chipping paint today. So I was really impressed at 30 with the group I was managing to get from this thing after zeroing, after pellet testing and cleaning the barrel. I checked it over the chrono and it is just under full power with the 10.34 grain JSB. So, pretty bloody good really, isn't it? Pretty good. So, that's what we're going for. I'm going to get that last pellet in and then I'll just do one mag. Right, okay, so yeah, we are using JSB Exact Heavies, 10.34 in 451. Tried a bunch of other pellets in it. It wasn't overly fussy, but we were getting a few flyers. A few meaning 2. What I will say is that cocking lever is getting slightly baggy. It's not horrible, but it just feels like when I first started using it, it had a bit more of a pop to get back in, and now it's not so much. So it might be a case of adjusting it. So, magazine, pretty simple. Slide in. Voila, easy. What I also noticed earlier was every now and then, if I was trying to do a bit of fast firing, there was a little bit of a shonky load every now and then, you know, where you feel like the pellet just nicks the edge of the barrel on the way in, or, you know, there's that step between, as the pellet probe's pushing through the magazine, out the other side into the barrel, into the breech, it's like there's a little step. Every now and then it just sort of notches against it, and then your pellet obviously goes an inch or two off because it's either bending a bit of the skirt or whatever. But I was getting one of those every couple of mags when I was really racking them down there. It's a 250 bar fill, which is good. And I've been getting about 5 magazines of full power shots, which isn't bad. It's not bad at all. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna set us up on 30 and just shoot a small group so you can see what it's like. What I probably would say as well is I'd want an adjustable stock for this, really, but if I'm being picky. Okay, so let's turn the camera on. Here we go. So we've got, I'll try not to wave around too much. So we're on 10 times zoom at the minute. I'll just show you how clear, you know, we're on the Zulus, obviously. Fantastic picture, as always. So we'll zoom in, got 10 times mag, we'll out of focus and then slowly go back in focus until it looks crisp. Somewhere there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a little spot and send a couple of pellets down. So, yeah, here we go. There's a little spot there. Hi. Interesting. So I've literally just filled the gun up. So it could be a little bit of red creep, but probably not. Like I say, did a quick zero. It's somewhere near. It's pellet on pellet. at 30. Okay? Do one more. Okay? So let's go to, what have we got down here? So that rabbit is 35, I believe. We'll go for the lump where his eye is. Looking at the grass, there's a little bit of a breeze. Yeah, a bit of left to right. Definitely a little bit of left to right. Dead bunny all day, isn't it? Right, so that's 35. Let's go for 40. Got a steel rabbit there. Oh, there's been some boys throwing some lead around on the range today. Jeez. Right, hang on. I'm going to range that one. It looks like he's got a bit. Is that 50? Oh, no, it's there. That's 33. Okay. Right, so that's 40. I haven't set the ballistics up on here, so I'm not going to go with the ballistics. So we'll have a look at that rabbit. He's got three holes in his head, but we know that. Okay, so we'll go for his eye, and we'll give him a mil dot. I think that went over his head. Let's try it again. Give him half a mil then. Ah, yeah. Bit of left to right wind still, but you can tell I'm used to 2-2, can't you? It's quite flat at 10 grain. Quite impressed. Tell you what, I'm going to see if I can hit that pellet hole there. Give it half a mil and a bit for wind. God, I'm good. Right on that pellet hole. So what was that, 40? What's it? See that crow right down, that's 60. Should we push it out to 60? Oh, there's a rabbit down there. So what's that? That rabbit's at 50. Okay. Clean it up a bit. So what hold are we going to have at 50 then? I'll give it 2. And a little bit for wind. Oh, right in the eye. You know what? If I can do that again. Out of pellets. What a capable little gun. That's really impressive. So what did we get there? So there's a couple of, obviously there was already a couple of shots on that rabbit's eye. But then we took 2 more. That's at 50. That is good. I'll tell you what, I am gonna. Yeah, bugger it. I'll have another mag. So when I was shooting it earlier, it was a little bit windy. And it was getting a reasonable group at 30. But I didn't, because I see this as like a ratting gun or it's a shed gun really. I think you're never going to shoot up into the eaves of a building at more than 30 meters really. So that's just where I'd, as far as I'd stretch on the range. But I suppose it's still got the same amount of power as my Oregon or any other sub-12 gun that you would use for longer range, although I'm just a little bit iffy on how good quality the barrel this is, you know. It seems consistent enough. There's a little bit of a breeze outside, but it's not hurting it too much. at 50 metres with a 10 grain pellet, I'm only holding half a mil dot for the wind, which is good. You know, it's all right. It's manageable. I'd quite happily shoot a rabbit at 50 with this. Yeah, very capable. So, another mag. So we got 50 is 2 mil dots. Let's just try that again. Looks a little bit hazy. Let's just crisp it up a little bit. This bright orange really doesn't help with digital scopes. We've noticed quite a few guys that shoot here have said they've turned their digital scopes on, and because we use this fluorescent orange paint, it's just absolutely, it's just not it makes it look horrible. But anyway, yeah. That's 50. Let's go to 60. Bugger it. There's so we have a crow, a steel crow at 60. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. And there's one pellet mark halfway down it. No one's really been having a go at him today. Okay, so I'll send one for his head. I'll give him 3 mil, but I'm guessing it's going to drop maybe 3.5. I'll hold a little bit for the wind. It's left to right. Dead. All day long. That this is mega. This little thing is mega. That one dropped. But it's headshots. Pulled that. But that is really good. 60. At 60, come on. What have we got on there? We've got a belt. Oh, that went straight down the pipe. Yeah. Oh, it's dropping off. Safety catch. Before we look down the pointy end. Still on reg. Looked like it dropped off a little bit. What is a capable little gun, this thing? I'm guessing, let's see what we've got on that. Yeah, it must have dropped off reg then. That shot went to 4 mil dots, whereas before we were at 3. Okay, let's use it off reg. I'm out of pellets. So, what a fun, lightweight, accurate, and powerful little gun. I'm a little bit excited now, because I was very well prepared to really shit on this thing and say, nah, it's all right, cheap, naff, not bothered. But if I set up my ballistics, maybe put my larger palm swell on there and my XLK, we might get out and see if there's anything to shoot at. That'd be cool. Let's do that. Sounds good. So here's what the gun looks like with my bigger palm swell grip on it. It's a 90-degree grip and the XLK. So let's get out. There's only a couple of ferals in the shed, but this one's quite a good shot between the chest and the neck. Dead. And it's a bit blurry, but again, bosh. Job's a good one. And that's it for today, guys. So remember, next week we are at the British Shooting Show. So come see me at the DNT stand. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I look forward to seeing you.